do the lymph stuff too. Hello, everybody in TV land. I got to make sure that this thing goes. Hold on 1 second, 1 second. There we go. Okay. It's so confusing to live stream and to do Zoom at the same time. We're going to have exercise for human bodies. What does that even mean? But we're going to do a very playful freedom and play exercise class for 30 minutes. So starting breathing. Inhale, stretch out and up. Exhale, shake, 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 shake. Have a little tantrum in your body. Inhale, fill up, expand, get bigger. Oh, let's just go up there and reach from one side to the other. Have our jazz class moment, jazz walks, reaching one side and then the other, getting the body long and pliant. And then shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And inhale, open it up. And exhale, shake, 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 shake. Let it go. Little spiral, twisting, side to side. If you feel like making this like into some kind of more whole body activity, go for it. Like I like to do this, flexing through my foot and getting that stretch through my calves as I'm shifting my weight, which is very different. It feels very different than just standing still. Both are great, but it's nice to have a variety pack, right? We need diverse types of movement and diverse environments. And since most of this pandemic, well, let's just say the past 2.5 years or 2 years, most of my exercise has been in here. That's not true. I've been doing a lot outside as well. Inhale, lift, and exhale, and at the pole studio, and even at the ballet studio. Inhale, open, and exhale. Inhale, stretch. This time, take it all the way down. Shift from side to side. Bend one knee, bend the other. Free up your spine. I'm getting attacked by my turtleneck or my cowl neck, whatever this thing is. And a little cat-o. And then come up and let's circle our pelvis, big circles, mobilizing. Think of your pubic bone and your tailbone making the circles. What happens if your pubic bone and tailbone are initiating the movement? Letting this move through your feet so you're rolling around through the edges of your each foot and change direction. What are you doing with your foot? And then we're going to change that. Think of initiating with your greater trochanter, the top knob of your femur head. So feel what that shift in your mind does in your body. So before we were moving from the front and the back, now we're moving from the two sides. And if you need to like feel the area, put your hand on there and give it a little tap. Change direction. Yeah, what changes? For me, what changes is when I'm thinking of initiating from the sides, I go more side. When I think of initiating from the pubic bone, the tailbone, I go more forward and backward. So how we think in our body really affects how we move. Now let's go with a figure eight, one side and then the other. As you're doing it, imagine that this is your whole spine making that figure eight, or it's starting down in your spine and it's lengthening through. Oh, as soon as I got into that, I got confused. Free up your head and your neck. And yeah, I'm going to let my feet kind of do whatever they want now. Trusting in my tissue. And then shake, shake, shake. And we're going to take it. I'm going to take my socks off because it's slippery. My assistant, I've got one behind the camera, one up here, and another one here. This one is definitely going to be helpful on the floor. First, there's an attack, there's some grabbing, and then licking. That's great. All right, so let's take it into a downward, almost a downward dog. We're going to open our feet wide, like you're going into a downward dog, but instead, hands are wide, feet are wide, knees are bent. You're going to circle around, wrist, ankle, ankle, wrist. So you're mobilizing with and weight bearing in your shoulder girdle in your hips and legs, but we're not going for our biggest stretch yet. We're just letting the blood start to flow, shift direction, go the other way. And then bring it in. Walk your feet back. Bend one knee and then the other. Looking under your armpit on one side and then the other. Letting that move through your feet. And then we're going to roll through our spine. So I'm just watching my cat attack my sweater. Inhale, lift your heels, scoop your belly in, roll it all the way forward, coming into a plank. Find your plank. Let's just push forward and backward there. So head is going to reach forward, heels are going to reach back. And then you're going to drop your head, push with your arms, roll it up to the ceiling, lower your heels. Heels lift high, scoop your belly in, rolling it forward like a wave, all the way into your plank. Find your plank, drop your head, push with your arms, roll it up to the ceiling, lower your heels. Heels lift high, round your spine, roll it forward. Find your plank, drop your head, roll it up to the ceiling, lower your heels. Heels high, scoop your belly in, all the way forward, find your plank, stay there. This time you're going to take, let's go easy. Let's just take the bottom knee, cross it under, one knee, cross it under, and we're going to come into a side stretch. Let's do an arm circle there, circling that top arm a couple of times in one direction and then the other way. So the bottom knee is down there, and then step it back into your plank. Other knee goes under, crossing slightly. We're in this side, supported side plank, circling a few times in one direction with that arm, and then circling a few times in the other. Nice gradated rotation in your rotator cuff. Bring it back in. So now you can imagine that we're going to actually do this without putting the knee down. Just a side plank, circle, circle. Let's just do two in each direction, circle, circle, and take it back. Cross it under, lift it up, circle, circle, change direction, circle, circle, bring it back in. Let's take it down to our forearms. Forearm plank, you're going to step under, step again. So now that one leg is on top, two circles in one direction, two circles in the other direction, bring it back, elbow to the floor, step back, cross under, step over, circle, circle, other direction, circle, circle, bring it in, step, step, and take a break for a second, relax. Yeah, in and out with the hands. So I'm making a internal and then an external circle. Manta ray, that's what I think of, the way they swim, like when they're moving through the water, very three-dimensional. They're kind of flat, right? But we're imagining this movement spiraling all the way into ribcage, lungs, and heart. So we're in, opening. This is also moving from our fingertips down to our diaphragm. So down here as we're moving in and out, big movement, organs, lungs, heart, diaphragm, everything getting some mobility as it all connects in through our fascia, right? And through our lymphatic system, through our nervous system. We're one big connected system. We're going to take it back to our forearm plank. Just going to drop this down a little bit lower. So into the forearm plank. Let me push that thing over the edge. Okay, forearm plank. We're going to go knee to the floor, parallel, parallel, cross under, then knee to outer shoulder, outer shoulder, outer shoulder. Parallel, parallel, cross, cross, shoulder, shoulder. Parallel, parallel, cross, cross, shoulder, shoulder, parallel, parallel, cross, cross, shoulder, shoulder, parallel, parallel, cross, cross. One more set after this, parallel, parallel, twist, twist, shoulder, shoulder, take it down. Ha, relax into the floor. Drop your head onto your hands, push up and down. Try to relax your whole body. So get as soft and jelly-like as possible. So muscles aren't holding any extra tension. You're totally letting go. Head, neck, spine, easy and loose. Bend your knees and let your legs fall from side to side. Allowing that to massage through the front of your quads, release your back. And then for Georgina, we're going to do this. Bring your legs together, right next to each other. Open your feet out. Take them down into parallel. Up, feet go wide, down and in, up. This is just for you and your lower back and your hips. Up, knees are touching, out, down, and in. Up, getting that tissue to have some internal rotation capacity. Up, out, down, in. So this isn't to feel really hard or difficult. It's more just to give your tissue that internal rotation. All of the stuff in your butt can release. 2 more. Yeah, and you're getting some more mobility in the tissue. All right, let's come into a forearm. Let me just relocate myself. A forearm Sphinx position. So in your Sphinx, you're just going to push, pull, pushing and pulling forward and backward. Then we're going to drop our head, round our spine, look towards the pubic bone. You're going to look so far that you're not going to do it on purpose, but because you're contracting so much, your knees are going to slightly bend. Then you're going to drop your pelvis down, roll it up through your spine, lengthen, lift your legs off the floor. Legs drop, head drops, roll it down, look towards your pubic bone drops, rolling it through your spine, up, lift, and then I kind of pull and lift my legs. Head drops, roll it down, and then pubic bone drops, roll it up and lift. 2 more. Chest pulling forward and through. And relax. Wag your tail, shake it out. Free the spine, let it go. We're going to flip over, and I'm going to do this other exercise. So this is a very different angle than I normally do it from, but it might be helpful. So this is the easier version. You can lift, lower one leg, lift and come down. Lift, lower the other leg, lift and come down. The more intense version, you're going to lift, draw your elbow in, shift onto your side, push, reach it out, bring it back in, open the arms up, press up and come down. So you press up, the elbow draws underneath you. You're pushing into that arm, into your shoulder, stretch out and up, bring it in, open it out. You can either roll down or just unfold, depending on what your body wants. Listen in. So press up, elbow in, knee to the side, reach it out. You can lift your head off and look back, bring it to the floor, circle it out and down, press up and come down. Pressing it up, elbow in, onto your side, big arch, reach, bring it in, circle it out, open it up, come down. One more time each side. Press it up, elbow under, onto your side, reach, and come back in, lift, and lower down. Last one, up, to the side, out. You can play with that arm and leg reaching away from center, bringing it in, opening it up, come down. And from there, let's do a happy baby pose. So grabbing on, freeing up your lower back, wiggle around, side it. Breathe. And then let's go with these leg circles. So I'm going to take my hands under my butt. I'm going to start with my back staying on the floor. And then as I get going, I'm going to let my back peel off and my legs are going to go up higher. So up and out, reaching through my feet, down and in. I'm pointing up and flexing as I reach out and down. Up, open, out and down, up, open. And I'm going to start to roll it up and then open, controlling my descent and down, up, open, and up, trying to scooch away from the cat tower. And one more. And then opening my feet wide, dropping down, turning my head from side to side. So I really now want to free up my spine. So I'm going to give it some wiggling, free flow movement, taking all that tension that I was just holding to do that work, letting it melt away. So our muscles shouldn't be just holding tension and gripping, right? They should be in, when they're neutral, there's no extra stuff going on. So we can stretch them, we can strengthen them, and we can be in neutral. And we want to try and let our neutral be really neutral. So it's not either stretching or strengthening, it's really in the middle. So there's no extra tension. If we can shake it out, free it up, free our flow, we're going to be a lot healthier because things aren't gripping and grabbing. When there's gripping and grabbing inside that's constant and chronic, we rob ourselves of the ability to really strengthen that body part, but we also become a little stagnant in that area. Internally rotating one leg at a time. So feet are wider than your sticky mat. You're turning in, spiraling that leg in and lengthening down and away. So two things are happening, inner spiral and lengthening out on that diagonal. And they do very different things. Like if I lengthen more, I get more of a stretch up here. If I internally rotate more, it releases this part more. So you want to play with that. Like here I am going to lengthen, reaching out on the diagonal, or I'm going to internally rotate and let that leg really spiral in. Very different energetic patterns. And what it requires of your fascia inside is very different. So you want to play with both of those. One, if I just work on lengthening, I can kind of have this flow in here, or I can work on just turning in, and it's something else. Try it on the other side. Just lengthen and release it. It's almost like a Bartenia heel rock that you're putting in your body here. And then if I work on the spiraling, there isn't this up-down motion, it's this happening instead. Good, and let's let that go, and let's take another happy baby. Yeah, I woke up and my lower back is a little stiff this morning. I've already spent a fair amount of time on the foam roller. I had a pretty intense pole class yesterday, and I haven't been there for, I think, a whole week, or longer. Anyway, maybe a week and a half. All right, let's roll back and forth, rounding through your spine, massaging through your back. Take it into a plow if that feels good. The backwards version where I don't actually face the camera for half the class. Still get the nice floor squeaks going on here. And we're going to do I'm going to try another diagonal here and shift myself around. And I'm going to come onto my back. So this is going to be another roll up. I'm going to use my arms a lot to control the up and the down. So my legs are going to go up. I'm going to press, and then I'm going to roll it down and reach it out. Up, press it up, roll it down. I'm trying to take my feet towards like over my face and then go straight up. So instead of shifting back and up, they're going back a little bit over my face, but then I'm using the push of my arms to take them straight up. So feet in front of my eyeballs, pressing up. It is going a little bit past my head. If I go further past my head, I make it it's a different thing. It's not going to work my triceps as much. So if I go right up and down, it's more tricep-y. Using my breath. Big exhale. Last one. You can take it into a plow, hang out there. whenever I move in different ways, I can feel like, oh, the tissue in my body has not done that thing in a long time. I've certainly been upside down a lot, but not upside down in that kind of shoulder stand way. And I can feel it up here in my neck, throat, shoulders. All right, let's flip over onto, actually, sorry, let's stay on our backs. We're going to do this, just this spiral, arms out, side. If you're watching this in the playback, if you're on YouTube and this is too hard for you, go to a somatic mat class. That's a lot easier. But I feel like this Thursday morning one, it's a little bit more active, a little bit more work. So you can either turn your head in the same direction as your legs, stare at the ceiling, or turn it away from your legs. Really up to you. Two more. And bring it in. Pick up your butt, give it a little shake, let your spine free up. Loose and easy, relax and melt. And then we're going to go change in an outward circle. So I have room over there. It's going to be like this. You're going to have one leg in, then the other. 1, 2, 3, and circle open. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Circle open. You can go point, 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 flex, point, 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 flex, point, 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 flex. You can also drop your head to the floor. If you're feeling like this is putting extra tension in your neck or shoulders, I like to do both, right? So yeah, I'm the person that if there are 2 different types of capoeira class, I need to try them both. If there are 2 different types of ballet, I need to try them both. I'm the maximalist. I have got to give it all a shot and see what the benefits of each thing is. Press it up, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Shake your belly, shake your butt. See if you can relax it. If you're too high up, you won't be able to relax your butt. So take it down. And then we're going to come up. You're just going to lengthen one leg down, flex your foot, point your toe, slide it up. Other leg lengthen, flex, point, up, lengthen, flex, point, up, lengthen, flex, point. We're going to change it. Lengthen, flex, pick it up, fold it in. Lengthen, flex, up, fold it in. Lengthen, flex, up, fold it in. Lengthen, flex, up, fold it in. We're going to add to it. Lengthen, flex, up, point, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fold it in. Other side. Lengthen, flex, up, point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fold it in. One more time each side. Slightly different. Reach it out. Flex. Keep it flexed, pushing through your heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fold it in. Other side. Down. Flex. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fold it in. Roll it down. Let's go first with a really relaxed knee drop from side to side. Opening through the middle. Breathe. Big, expansive breathing. Let go. And then you can take it and spiral it a little bit more over to the side. If you have space and you want to do the whole dance version where you would circle down and out, keeping your toe connected to the floor, go for it. Or the more fitnessy version where you don't keep that contact but you spiral more. And then bringing it in. And let's go for one more happy baby. And hamstring stretch, hamstring and inner thigh stretch here to the side. Lower it down. Let's circle the ankles the other way. Fold it in, legs up to the ceiling, shake, 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 shake. Hit the back of your calves. Let that tissue soften up. Yeah, so I'm going down the middle and up the outside. So for me right now, my peroneals are tight right in there. Going in the center, coming out the outside. And then coming up, and let's come onto our hands and knees. Reaching one leg back, you're going to go up, out to the side, lower down, shift your weight, bring it back, pick it up, take it behind you, lower down, and change. Up, out to the side, lower down, shift your weight, bring it back, pick it up, back and down. If this hurts your knees at all, if you need more padding, roll up your mat, do something so you got enough padding, or skip it. That's another option. You can always not do something. Leg goes up, out to the side, foot goes down, we shift over, we come back, up, out, down, up, out, foot comes down, shift your weight, bring it back, push it up, in, down, up, out, down. Shift your weight, bring it back, up, out, down, up, out, down. Shift your weight, bring it back, up, out, in. Let's just do a quick circle with our hips. So knees going back, big circle, mobilizing your pelvis, releasing through your lower back. Change direction. Then we're going to do this free flow spinal work. So I'm just going to offer that we'll add the theta breath to it. It's a soft hiss. With the soft hiss, with the theta breath, it gives us the opportunity to go more inside, right? Close your eyes, feel into what that sound vibration does in your body. It's also going to extend your exhale. We're not trying to have a contest to who can extend the exhale the longest. This is really to stay present and connected. And we're going to do free flow spinal movement, which means that you get to do anything you want with your spine. As soon as you notice that you're following a pattern, shift it, change it, break it up, do something different. Trying to listen to your own body for what would feel good. So here we go. Listening for deliciousness in your body, like what would feel really good. You can also change your quadruped. You could be here. You can also just come down or come to your elbows. So any of those, and you can also change it so you're not just in quadruped. You could go to a tripod. Really play with what feels good. Stay in things long enough to have some awareness, but feel free to keep shifting and changing so there's a real aliveness coming in. Feeling that whole head-tail connection. As we're doing this, we're offering each little vertebra, each little disc, some spaciousness. We're also helping that cerebral spinal fluid move from our head to our tail and back up. So that cerebral spinal fluid is bolstering and protecting your brain and your nervous system, your spinal cord. It's also filtering through your body 3 or 4 times a day, taking nutrition and eliminating waste. So it's a real filter and nourish system. And we want to have that fluid have fluidity and capacity to move. So playing with that, if there's anything that feels stuck in there, just invite it to soften and release. letting your shoulder blades really free up on your back as well. So they're not like locked into place, but there's a lot of capacity for mobility. Rib cage, lungs, heart. You can play with pushing, really pushing, 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 pulling, finding this upper versus lower push, pull, yield, resist, play with it. Yeah. How do animals learn to move? They learn to move by watching the other animals and then by just moving, by playing, right? Animals learn to hunt through play. So let yourself be playful. And let's let that come to a rest, just releasing that, letting your arms soften. Rib cage, lung, and chest opening up. Maybe giving yourself a little Tarzan. Free up your face. Relax your tongue. Actually, that sound, that it's kind of like I'm at my wit's end sound, but it's also really funny. So sometimes I like to do that sound when I'm feeling at my wit's end, and then I go, and it's funny and it becomes less heavy. So yeah, letting yourself dissolve some of the heaviness in your body and just become lighter. By becoming lighter, lighten up. It's one of my favorite quotes about enlightenment. I can't even remember who said it. Somebody in the Vibrational Summit, a guy I think he's a chiropractor. Anyway, his thing was like, oh, you want to get enlightened? Lighten up. That's a great, great, great piece of advice. All right, let's do another thing here. I'm trying to go for really mobilizing things where we're shifting and moving in ways that we have to adapt. But we're going to do this. I'm going to tuck in my shirt. It's going to be downward dog. That was our rest for our arms. We're going to do downward dog, leg up, three-legged dog, leg up, knee to shoulder, leg up, crossing under. And then we're going to step down and step through. So we're going to start in our downward dog, taking one leg up to the ceiling, big stretch, let it really reach and open, and then knee into your chest, three-legged dog. Reach it out and up. The next one we're actually going to cross under. Reach, cross it under to your other elbow, reach it out and up, lift, take it to your outer shoulder, step it down. You're going to pick up that arm, back leg steps through, and we're going to take that into a lifted up back bend, bring it down. Let's go up 2 more times like that. Up and down, and one more. Up and down. Leg goes back, leg goes up to the ceiling, stretch, 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 and release it down. Other side, leg up to the ceiling, open, open, knee to your chest. Inhale, push it up. Exhale, cross it under. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, knee to your shoulder, hand goes down, foot goes down, hand goes up, step through, press it up and down. 2 more times, up and down. Last one, up, bring it down, step the foot back, hands come in, reach up to the ceiling and lower down. 1 more time each side. Right leg to the ceiling or left leg, whichever one you're using. Up, knee into your chest. Inhale, lift, cross it under. Inhale, lift, outer shoulder. It comes down, hand up, step through, up and down. 1, 2, 3. Foot goes back, hand comes down. Kick the ceiling, reach, 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 big, maximize. Lower it down, other side, up to the ceiling, knee to your chest. Inhale, lift, cross it under. Inhale, lift, outer shoulder, step it down, lift up your hand, step through, up and down. 1, 2, 3. Take it in, leg back, hand down, kick the ceiling, lower it down, and relax and breathe. So I really want to open up, and I actually have access to a physio ball. If you have a physio ball, use your physio ball. Even with a block, you can do it. What we're going to do, I'll show you the block version because my block is right here. And then I'll grab my physio ball. So here, you could use a pillow. Coming on to your back, this is going to be right here under my back. So if pretty much where my bra strap is. This is the gentle version. You could use a pillow. I'm going to go get the physio ball and really open up. Yes. Letting myself really open. So much we do, we're closing the front of our body. Oh, we need to let it open up. And in this kind of opening, I'm really supported. I can also feel what's going on in the front of my deltoids, in my pecs, just by moving my arm. Like, can feel there's like one little tiny restriction on my left side, right in the front of my deltoid. My right side, happy as a clam. Oh, yeah. So as I'm here in that open place, I can play with that. Can I give myself a little bit more opening on that left side? Yeah. Negotiating with the ball. It's a great way to get more grounded in a way because we're playing with our mobility and our stability. If you haven't done any work with the ball, then be very careful or do it in a very padded area. All right. Enough of that. Let's do a quick hip stretch. Actually, let's do a couple stretches. Let's see where we are time-wise. A couple stretches, and then we're going to be done because I have to actually have an 11 o'clock rehearsal. So opening up into a big straddle. We're going to flexing your feet, lift your chest, open it up. From there, it's like everything's radiating out. So I'm going like this in my body. I'm going like that in my legs. I'm reaching through my heels. I'm going to arch, 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 arch. Then I'm going to surrender, point my toes around my spine, and roll it up. And it's so weird to wear things tucked in. I'm not a tuck in type person. Arch and open, and then point and curl and roll it up. Flexing, arching, opening, and point and curl. If you're on the tighter side, you may just want to lift and then round. So in the lift, you're really radiating out through your legs, lifting your chest. And then in the curl, you're just hollowing in. Your legs can come a little closer together. If you're open, taking it down, rolling through, and rolling it back up. We're going to change direction. So we're going to round our spines to go down. Then we're going to flex through the feet, reach out through the legs, and arch and open. So as I round, I'm coming in a little bit, right? It's natural in that curled in position to close the front slightly. I roll down, and then I reach through my feet, open up more, and come up. Pointed toes, legs come slightly together, rounding, curling, and then reaching out, opening, opening, opening. Last one. Point, curl, round, down, out, open. Bring your legs together. Bang them out, rotate in and out. Let that tissue become neutral again. Let it soften up. Then we're going to spiral side to side. Little easy spiral one side and then the other. Breathing into it. Letting that massage out. If I go lower like this, I can really get across my glutes and my rotators. If I stay here and just kind of push forward and backward, I can get shear on that in different directions, right? I can kind of circle around or I can go side side. I can go up, down, but I'm getting that whole, I want to say it's not a plate at all, but it's one way of thinking about it, plate of muscle to move. Same thing on the other side. I can move forward, backward. It's sticking on my mat, so I'm getting a good shear force through there. right? So we want to be able to roll through muscles, but we also want the shear where they're having the chance to do this, right? So here's my glutes and my rotators. Here's my iliac, the big muscle, big bone of my pelvis, and they have some movement like that. And even the muscles against each other, that's shear, as opposed to like this type of stuff where they're kind of rolling but still stuck together. And even when we think about like the small fascicles, the small little, like, it is kind of what it sounds like. Like if we think of a grapefruit, the little bead of water in there, and it has movement next to the next bead a little bit. Not a whole lot. It's not like they're going to rip apart, but there's this sense of movement, of sheer force in there. All right, last thing here, we're going to cross one leg over the other. Flex the bottom foot, just take it down, soften, and melt. And then switch it to the other side, same thing. Taking it down, breathe into it. And then coming up, let's take both legs out in front, walk your butt from side to side, forward fold. Once you get down there, play back and forth between rounding your spine so that whole stretch comes through your back and then straightening it out. So I can curl, rounding, and then stretching through, and then I'm taking it down. And as I'm doing this, I'm getting this movement under my shoulder blades so my scapula aren't all locked up on my back. I'm stretching the tissue in the back of my body. This would be maybe more hamstrings for most people, and then taking it down. Rounding, almost pulling back into that, freeing it up, lengthening it out. You can bend your knees if you need to there, and then taking it down. Surrender, let go, wiggle around. Good. And then rolling it up. Give them a bang. Rotate in and out. Let's come up to standing just to finish this off. We're going to inhale, open, feeling what it feels like to be in your body. Opening it out. So in your workouts, you want to think about balancing the upper versus lower, balancing the right versus left, and then contralateral movement. Maybe contralateral in front of your body and even contralateral behind your body, right? How often are you thinking about getting into that back space, right? Reaching into that back space. It's the one thing I will say about ballet class. There's nothing like it to open up this with like a grand battement to the back, right? We could do something in yoga where we might be here, but it's not quite the same. So this is why we want a diversity of different options of types of workout that we do. Body's going to get different things each time. And all that diversity is giving the tissue, it's like nutrition, right? Like if we just eat carrots all the time, we're missing a lot of other things. So if you just do one form of movement, it's going to be missing, you're missing the celery, you're missing the eggs, you're missing whatever you're missing. But we want to eat like a broad variety of nutrition for food. Same thing with movement. Alrighty, I am going to stop the live. If you are watching this, please consider supporting this work. If you are going to a gym or taking this class in person, it could cost you anywhere from 10 to 50 bucks. So depending, and I have taught in a gym where it was like that much money, like 50 bucks for a